everybody, this is my April book haul, and as you can see, let's see if I drop all these, there are quite a few to go through, so better get started. First off is The Vincent Brothers by Abby Glines, or Glins, I'm not sure. Pretty awful with authors' names sometimes, so I do apologise, and I already feel mega stupid, so. This I saw on Amazon and I read quite a few reviews and it sounded really great, and then when I went into a shop called The Works, I don't know if you have that where you are, but it's got some really nice cheap books in there, so this was only $1.99 brand new, and I've already read this and I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was really a nice, quick and easy but good read, and there is a second one, so if I do see that around I would definitely be picking that up. Next we have Touch of Power by Maria V. Snyder. I've never read any of her books before and I found this one for 95p. I don't know if you can see that. And I read the back and I remember seeing it on my Amazon recommendations, so when I saw it I thought I might as well pick it up. Hopefully it's good. I think there's about 6 in this series, so it might end up being a really great series and I hope it does. Next is Across the Universe by Beth Revis. I've heard loads of people talking about this and it's supposed to be amazing, and I actually picked this up for 20p at a car boot sale. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one and I really do hope I enjoy it. It sounds amazing. But I know, isn't this the series where the third book, their cover is completely different to the first two, and I hate that. But if I enjoy the first two then I'll buy it regardless of the cover. Moving swiftly on. This is Starcrossed by Josephine Angelini. Again, author's names, terrible. But this cover is obviously not the official one. This is a proof copy. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it's just a really nice white and gold and I really liked it, and I'd heard a lot of nice things and good things about this book, and I think this is a trilogy if I'm correct, but I may not be. Let's hope I am. And I think it's got something to do with like star-crossed lovers, hence the reason it's called Starcrossed, I'm guessing. Hopefully that's great. Moving on, The Coldest Girl in Coldtown by Holly Black. I haven't read anything by her either yet, so hopefully this will be a nice little one to start off with. I think a lot of people had quite some mixed reviews about it, but I thought it sounded quite different to any of the usual plots that I've heard of recently, and I'm hoping that this is going to be really good. So, fingers crossed. This one was only 50p and it's pretty much brand new. Because if you've watched my previous March book haul, you'll know that I don't actually buy my books brand new so much anymore. I find them in charity shops and cheap bookshops, or mostly second hand, and usually they're all pretty much brand new, or they might have slight signs of wear in the spine, but that's usually it. The next 2 books own the same in the series, and that is The Calling and The Gathering by Kelly Armstrong. And this is a Darkest Rising series. Yep, a Darkest Rising series. I've got the first one in her Darkest Power series and I thought that was okay, so when I saw these were 80p each, so I thought I might as well pick those up. Moving on, book 3 in the Beautiful Dead series. This is Summer's book. I've got number 1 and I've got number 4, so I'm just missing number 2 now, I think. And I've read the first one and I quite enjoyed it, so hopefully I'll soon be finding number 2 and I can finally finish this series. This was 75p. It's an odd price for a book if you ask me. Again, second hand, looks brand new to me. And then moving on to The Golden Lily in the Bloodline series by Rochelle Mead. I've just actually recently reread the Vampire Academy series. I still love it. It's still one of my favourite series. So now that I've got 1 through 4, yeah, Silver Shadows has only just been released, or it's just about to. I can finally start reading the Bloodline series after reading for the first time the Vampire Academy series like 2 years ago. So I'm super excited, and I love Adrian. He is my favourite character. Him and Christian are my favourites. So I'm super excited to read lots and lots and lots about Adrian. Second to last is Fracture in the Night School series. This is the 3rd one in the series. I picked up the first one brand new quite a while ago. Fell in love with that book. It's one of my favourites of all time ever. And then I picked up the second one not long after that, and that was equally as awesome. So when I saw this one for £1, I was like, well, it's got to be done. And I haven't read it yet. I'm going to reread the first and the second one so I still remember, so I'm refreshed and I know exactly what's going on. I'm super excited. And then, last but not least, this is a book that I've been looking for such a long time now, but I've never wanted to pay more than I wanted to, which is usually about £2 these days, because I know I can get them cheap in so many places, so I never like to pay more money than what I should. And I first started this series probably about 1.5 years ago, and I bought the second one maybe 6 months ago, and I've been looking for the third one ever since. And this is Sever in the Chemical Garden trilogy, and I don't know if it's that well known, but it is one of my favourite series of all time. The plot and like the characters, they're just so original, and I loved it. If you notice, this book is actually really, really big, and my second book in this series is the same size, but my first one is a normal paperback size, and I'm one of those people that really hate mismatched books in height-wise, and it's been infuriating. But because I really do love this series, I quite like the bigger book, but I can't find the big one in the first one. Does that make sense? Are you following along? Probably not, I'm usually talking gibberish. But this, I'm so excited to read, because it's the last one in the trilogy, and I am praying that it's amazing. I really hope it is. Please, 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 please. I'm really hoping that this is going to be great, because I have loved this series for such a long time, it feels. And it would be sad but nice to know how it all ends. If you haven't heard of this series, please go and check it out, or look it up, see what it's about, and see if it's your kind of book, because I could not recommend this series enough. It doesn't get as much recognition as it should. Okay, well that is it. That is all my books for the month of April, and actually as I'm filming this it's the 5th of May, and I've actually already bought quite a few books already. So at the end of this month you will see all the books that I have been buying this month. That makes sense? I hope it does. Well, thank you for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about any of the books that I've spoken about, or if you've seen on my bookcase tour, don't hesitate to ask, and I will make sure to answer them as best as I can. Thank you for watching. Please like and share and favourite, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. This is in hardback as well, which is the coldest girl in Ghost Town. No.